All right, welcome back to Leaving MAGA. Update on the last video I did because, again, today's Taco Thursday for Donald Trump. Taco Thursday. Um, let's go to the videotape. Let's play the video.
Moments ago, out of the White House, a deal between the U.S. and Iran has been approved. That's according to President Trump. Let's go live to the White House and CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand. Natalie, what more are we learning about this?
So what we are learning about this comes from the president's own social media post on Truth Social.
Anyone get a hold of Iran? Has anyone asked Iran if a deal has been made, or Pakistan, because they were doing the mediating between the two countries? Anyone? Just you might want to trust but verify. You know, when it comes to Trump, I think this is the 37th or 38th time he's talked about a deal, but this is a classic. This is probably Trump's biggest taco. This is like a double extra grande.
Read from it. He says, based on the fact that the highest level of Iranian leadership has approved this agreement, or, you know, the discussions that they've been having, he is canceling what was a planned additional plans.
Can I say something here? When you're going to attack someone, do you telegraph the attack? Do you say, tonight at 8:30, right after Jeopardy, we're doing an attack? No, you don't do that. You tell them maybe we're going to attack, or maybe you don't say anything, right? So this back and forth, we're going to attack, we're going to attack, we're not going to attack, we're attacking again, now we've got a deal, they don't know there's a deal, but I'm telling you there's a deal. So the back and forth continues.
Strikes and bombings against Iran this evening. He says discussions and final points have been, in both concept and great detail, approved by all parties involved, and goes on to list the allies who have been.
He does mention Pakistan here, the negotiator, Pakistan. So is this really a deal? It seems like a taco. I don't know what this is. But it says here, the naval blockade will remain in full force and effect until the transaction is finalized. When's the transaction? Who's going to finalize to be announced, TBA. A player to be named later.
Involved behind the scenes in helping to mediate these talks. Of course, we know that has included Pakistan and Qatar. CBS News had confirmed that a team of Qatari negotiators had recently traveled just yesterday to Tehran to try to help these talks stay on track despite the major escalation we've seen over the past 48 hours that really started with the downing of that U.S. Apache helicopter. You know, since then we've been in this cycle of the United States taking what CENTCOM calls defensive strikes, but the president just a few hours ago this morning had warned that even harder strikes would be coming tonight. He had all.
Okay, so is this market manipulation again? I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, prior to the weekend, it was a Friday, and so the markets responded on Monday. Gas prices, by the way, went up a little bit again the last couple of days. I don't drive as much anymore, so when I go out, I typically see a huge jump in prices, or maybe it goes down, but then it goes back up. So anyway, this is just crazy MAGA diplomacy. That's what this is. This is the art of the deal. It's the art of the deal, and I'm going to keep going with this because it works so well. Everybody loves it. My supporters love it. The media loves it. They eat it up. They've got stuff to talk about. Every 15 minutes, I'm basically changing my mind.
Also threatened to perhaps take Karg Island, a key oil export hub for Iran, and take action against, key energy targets. That would have been a major escalation. Important to note that in a later phone call with Fox News, he did not seem as definitive and said essentially, maybe the American people could not stomach that, even if it would be his preference.
The American people, we thought this was going to be the golden age. Like, we were looking at drill, baby, drill, $2 per gallon for gas. That's what we were looking at. The golden age. This is the golden age. And all we hear about, the reflecting pool, the ballroom, the UFC fight. Who cares? Who cares about that stuff? People are hurting. People need some relief. Either, what's the old expression? Like, pee or get off the pot. It's time, Trump, to get off the pot. I mean, if you're going to do some bombing, do the bombing. All right? If you're going to bring the troops home, which I hope you will, please do that. All right? It doesn't sound like the deal is going to be a deal because you're going to keep the blockade in place. But then you say, well, once the deal is finalized, we'll get rid of the blockade. Why not just move everybody out of there and show the Iranians that you're serious about negotiating a deal, make the first move, be the bigger of the two parties, and just get the hell out of there? But we're living in Trump world. This is MAGA. This is why a lot of people are leaving MAGA. It's sad. MAGA, make America great again.
So, on the one hand, he kind of took a step back from the earlier threat. The administration throughout this entire time, even as we've seen this week's escalation, has left the door open to Iran coming to the table and, signing what the president...
That was an Ariana Grande taco today. That was probably Trump's biggest taco ever. Okay, here we
has been talking about this initial agreement, this memorandum of understanding,
blah, blah. Which would end hostility. And we're going to... It's like we're going to have an agreement to do an agreement at a certain time, at a certain place, to be announced eventually on a certain day. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon. And then tomorrow he'll wake up and he'll want to blow something up. Or, Israel, who isn't a part of these negotiations, if you notice, they're going to be really ticked off tonight, and they're going to probably bomb or carpet bomb some neighborhood in one of the countries that they're bombing. So anyway,
reopen the Strait of Hormuz and then allow for a phase 2 of more detailed talks on the nuclear issues. And that is important to note, that if this is what we've been reporting about for the past couple of weeks now, this would be kind of an initial agreement to have these more detailed, complex.
All right. So the way the media is portraying this, and the way Trump wants it to be portrayed, so Trump is doing a really good job at manipulating the media here, just like he's doing with the markets. They're basically reporting that there's a deal. I mean, you listen to this report and they're like, yeah, there's a deal. It just needs to be finalized, but there's a deal. Time and place, that's what Trump said. Time of place of the signing to be announced shortly. All right. Well, let's see what happens in the next 24 hours. Should I say I'm cautiously optimistic about this? But man, you throw down all these big threats. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. Pete Hegseth is out there basically saying, we're ready to roll. If President Trump wants us, we're going to go and bomb the hell out of him, like today, maybe yesterday.
Conversations about the nuclear issues that is really the reason why the president launched this operation in the first place.
Okay, so basically an agreement.
So they're giving, this is very strange, CBS News, right? And there's a lot of talk about how, CBS is under new ownership. The new ownership is very friendly with Donald Trump. They got rid of Stephen Colbert, right? As soon as that deal went down, Colbert is out of there because he's a Trump hater. And took him a while to leave because they basically said he could hang out until couple of weeks ago is when his last show was, but he was blasting Trump pretty much every night. He did go out quieter, and I'm thinking CBS said, hey, sorry, but we have to do this because, the owner, they're like buddies with Trump. And so when these guys report, the reporting seems, shall we say, very, like, I don't want to say friendly, but very innocuous. This isn't really going after Trump a lot. This is just basically talking about the deal and they want this to go out to make it sound and feel like Trump has a deal. And so does he have a deal? All I know is the way he was talking 12 hours ago, and people are starting to get whiplash, like political whiplash and information whiplash. You're sitting there and you're reading something going, uh-oh, crap. We're going to go back in there. And there has been more activity, so it has been escalating, and you're thinking, okay, someone said, in order to do this, right, we need to, bomb whoever or whatever infrastructure. So the other thing could be that this gets said, and then Iran, they say, I guess we're going to have a deal, or we're going to take the foot off the gas pedal as far as being ready for a retaliation, which I don't think is the way Iran rolls. But maybe Trump's trying to keep them off balance. So then when they strike them tonight, everybody's going to be so surprised. I mean, this is the art of the deal, man. This is totally the art of the deal. When Trump starts doing stuff, you just never know what's going to happen.
To then get on to talking more about how to end this war. Natalie Brand, thank you so much for joining us with that breaking news. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, it's breaking news. Yeah, it's thank you. Thank you very much. What did we learn? Well, we learned that it's Taco Thursday. That's what we learned. So if you like big fat tacos, you got another one. It's unbelievable how many times this guy has tacoed. And, you could say whatever you want to say. If you're a fan of Trump, you're thinking to yourself, he's just the most brilliant negotiator in the history of negotiations. We shouldn't have gone there in the first place. We should not have gone. There's no reason for us to go to Iran. I guess maybe they're getting bored with Iran and they want to do Cuba. They want to do Greenland. They want to do other stuff. They got other projects. They got other countries to try to take over. So anyway, this isn't what I voted for. And I voted for Trump 3 times. And I repent of my voting. And I am sorry. But anyway, thanks for watching Leaving MAGA. My name is Dave. More incredible breaking news coming your way. It's going to be the best news you've ever heard. Unbelievable, because I, Donald J. Trump, I am the master manipulator of everything. So try to keep up. All right? You can't, because I'm the best.